Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson, and as always, it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. Well, have you ever wondered if where you live might be affecting your health and fitness? The American College of Sports Medicine recently released its 2017 American Fitness Index report, and 3 cities in California made the top 10 fittest U.S. cities. San Francisco takes the number 3 spot, San Jose number 5, and San Diego at number 10. Fortunately, California was not on the list for fattest cities in the U.S. Jackson, Mississippi took the number 1 spot, followed by Memphis, Tennessee, and Little Rock, Arkansas. It's one of the sweetest business stories yet. David Wiley introduces us to a couple that turned their love for cheese and each other into a delicious career.
If you love cheese, treat yourself to Fromagerie Sophie. With the theme of For the Love of Cheese, this quaint European-inspired cheese shop in downtown San Luis Obispo is bringing old-world charm and international flavors to visitors and locals alike. Founded by Sophie Boban-Doring and her husband Paul, the idea for Fromagerie Sophie was born out of a romantic vacation to Paris, where they were inspired by the artisanal shops of Europe.
When we came back to San Luis Obispo, we kind of joked about, well, what would it be if we opened up something small? What would it be if we had something very artisanal and passionate like they do in Europe and brought that to San Luis Obispo? And one day Paul came home and said, I think we can do this. What would it be? And I'm like, well, cheese, of course. And here we are.
That was 4 years ago. And today, Fromagerie Sophie is bringing a taste of Paris and old world traditions to San Luis Obispo.
You know, we saw cheese shops on every corner in Paris. You don't see them on every corner everywhere else, but we have one here now.
For those of you who don't speak French, Fromagerie means cheese shop, and this wonderful shop features dozens of cheeses from around the world, many that you can't find in other stores, all that can be paired with fantastic wines. And if you're not a cheese expert, Sophie and Paul will gladly help you along the way.
So when customers come in, we'd love to take them through a cheese journey and guide them through all the different flavors and profiles of these fabulous cheeses that we have from all over the world. We usually start off with a soft, creamy cheese and work our way around to the blues.
And of course, one of the first cheese you'll become acquainted with is from France.
I like to start the journey with a soft triple cream cheese, and Langres being one of my favorite cow's milk cheese from the Langres region of France. It is delicious, creamy, washed with champagne.
And while cheese is the star Fromagerie Sophie, they have also ventured into amazing gourmet meats.
So we also have a really nice selection of meats and pâtés and dry cured meats and wonderful and salamis and oh gosh, everything. The one in the center here is a pork cheek and rabbit terrine style pâté, country style. It is absolutely wonderful.
If you're passionate about cheese, Fromagerie Sophie is a must stop when you're in San Luis Obispo. It's a wonderful place to experience new tastes and smells over a great bottle of wine. You can also receive cheeses through their very popular Cheese of the Month Club.
If you like to be surprised about what you're going to love next, Cheese of the Month Club is what you want. And it's also great for someone who's hard to shop for, because every month is a surprise.
You can learn about Fromagerie Sophie at their website, or better yet, by visiting their wonderful shop on Garden Street in downtown San Luis Obispo. It's definitely worth a stop by. Bringing you the best of California, I'm Gigi Copes for California Life.
And coming up next, we're celebrating the 100th year anniversary of Puerto Vallarta, a city deemed the most beautiful, exotic, and romantic destination in all of Mexico. And it's no secret that once new tech comes out, everyone wants to get their hands on it. But what do you do with your old, reliable smartphone or device? We get some tips from Emmy Award-winning talk show host Mario Armstrong when we continue with California Life. Don't go away. Puerto Vallarta has been named Mexico's gourmet beach city, and it's coming up on its 100-year anniversary. Joining us today in studio is the director of the Puerto Vallarta Tourism Board, Javier Aranda Pedrero. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
So I love Puerto Vallarta. We've been talking about that here in the green room, and there's so many things to love. And I know we just talked about the gourmet food. Is that something that is, you're really promoting right now?
Yes, it's one of our most important characteristics. We have almost one restaurant for each day of the year. We have more than 369 different restaurants, and the variety goes from the Mexican places that you could eat wonderful tacos to great international food, French, Italian, of course, fusions from different parts of the world. So for us, it's really something that we are always promoting.
And I'm also amazed that Puerto Vallarta, to me, is very tropical, and I think some people don't realize that.
It is because we are in the coast of the Pacific Ocean, but just at the end of the Sierra Madre. So all these mountains with the greenery covers embrace the destination. So the tropic with the mountain give us the opportunity to enjoy a lot of activities around the place.
And I know Hollywood has had a fascination with Puerto Vallarta. We featured many of the different movies and shows, and you do have celebrities that visit there as well.
Yes, this year the family Braxton was there. Gwyneth Paltrow, Ricky Martin, Eva Longoria. It's very popular with the people in Hollywood.
And you have some beautiful resorts.
Yes.
I mean, just truly stunning. So, I mean, whether it's, I know I've gone there as a family with my kids, and I've gone, for a romantic getaway too. So you have something that kind of appeals to both.
Yes, because what you could do in Vallarta is to select depending on your needs, depending on what you like the most, and depending on what you have in your pocket, you can do a perfect selection to choose in between a 3-star hotel, an all-inclusive hotel, or a very secluded boutique hotel in Puerto Vallarta. We have all the offer there.
Are you doing anything special for 100 years? That's a big deal.
We're gonna have, since the 31st of November this year till May, when it's gonna be the Puerto Vallarta birthday, different events throughout the year. Very popular events, some sport and cultural events that we will be announcing through the following weeks.
And one thing too that, being here in California, it's easy to get to. I know a lot of people talk about Cabo and different areas, but Puerto Vallarta is really an easy trip.
It's only a 3-hour flight from LA, but we have also flights from Orange County, from San Diego, from the area of Oakland. It's very popular in California. We receive a lot of repetitive tourists in the area of Puerto Vallarta.
Is there anything that maybe somebody doesn't know about Puerto Vallarta?
Maybe the people don't believe that we could have such a small, beautiful Mexico town, yes, with the characteristic of the cobblestone streets with this colonial flavor, but we have a lot of activities, things that offer the bay and the mountain. So this combination in between culture, in between archaeology, in between history, and of course, all the different activities that we have is a great option for different segments that could go to the place and enjoy the flavor of Mexico, but as well a beach destination.
Well, really something for everyone. Thank
Exactly.
you so much for coming on our show, and congratulations on 100 years.
Thank you very much. I hope you visit again Puerto
definitely.
Vallarta. This is the best year to do it.
I'll be there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And coming up, they were known for working 9 to 5, and now Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda are fighting to help the working class by increasing minimum wage. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Fall is here and people are spending more time indoors. That means more time for maintenance projects and honey-do lists. And it's also a good time to focus on safety. That's why we turn to healthy lifestyle expert Laura Delutri for some tips. Laura, tell us, where do we get started?
Well, let's start off with a multi-use product that lubricates and removes grime, dirt, and more. WD-40 Smart Straw. It removes smudges from stainless steel appliances, crayons from walls and floors easily, and it gets rid of the sticky residue from price tags on frames. You can also quiet your squeaky doors, desk chairs, and spray it on stuck luggage wheels and zippers. And WD-40 3-ounce handy can is easily stored.
What about carpet cleaning and pet messes?
You won't want to be without Bissell's Pro Heat 2X Revolution Pet Pro this fall. It gets out everyday carpet stains that come with the season, like tracked in mud from kids and pets playing outside, and food spills from holiday entertaining. It also tackles pet-specific messes like tough stains and odors, using innovative formulas designed with pets in mind.
And what about fall safety tips?
October is Fire Prevention Month. This is a great time to check your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. You want to get the highest level of safety with 10-year battery alarms, such as the combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with voice and location alerts from First Alert. The alarm alerts you to the threat of smoke or carbon monoxide and location of the hazard in the home to help you make a safe exit. Now, for more information on fall home tips, please head to my blog, lauradelutri.blogspot.com. You'll see more fall tips like chimney sweeping, changing the HVAC filters, air duct cleaning, and don't forget to be energy efficient now with weather stripping and caulking areas that can cost you money in the long run.
Well, thank you so much, Laura, for being with us. If you'd like more information about the things that Laura was talking about today, check out her website, lauradelutri.com. Make sure to check out her blog as well. Heather, back to you.
Are you looking to get the best deal on a new phone and make money? Tech experts say one of the best times to buy that new phone you've been thinking about is now, after the new iPhone launches. And yes, there are ways to avoid long lines and save money. Here's how.
If you're into the latest in tech gadgets, this is a great time to be a consumer.
Things are happening really fast with virtual reality, which is a lot of fun for gaming and other applications. Even in healthcare, VR is big. And then, of course, mobile probably continues to be the largest trend of them all that continues to still grow. More and more apps being done, more and more phones.
The iPhone 8 generated lots of interest among consumers who were looking to upgrade to the latest technology, and that means it's the ideal time to get top dollar for your old phone.
And what's great is you can not only sell on eBay, you will know exactly what you can sell your device for. You upload your model, your color, what size, and they'll tell you phones like yours are selling for this price. And if you agree to want to sell your phone at this price, they'll lock in what's called a price guarantee. And even if it's short, say 20 bucks or 40 bucks, they'll even make sure that you get covered for the difference with eBay gift cards. So they're making sure that you can actually have the best opportunity to sell your phone without waiting in line and all of that stuff that you have to normally do.
Small businesses are saving our main streets, and there are ongoing efforts to save businesses in many small towns across the country. Lauren Hudson shares one group's mission to transform small businesses one town at a time.
Entrepreneurs and small businesses have generated more than 65% of net new jobs in the past 2 decades. Celebrity entrepreneur Robert Herjavec believes small business is the fiber of America.
Everybody wants to start the next Amazon and the next high-tech, venture-backed, multi-billion-dollar company. But the reality is, even a big business usually starts small.
Robert joined with Deluxe Corporation's Amanda Brinkman to shine the spotlight on the importance of supporting small businesses.
We're launching season 2 of the Small Business Revolution Main Street. And the reason it's a show now is because we wanted to bring that advice to more people.
The latest documentary in Bristol Borough, Pennsylvania, tells the story of the many small business varieties and their biggest struggles.
Business owners will see themselves in it. They'll see themselves in the struggles. They'll also learn a lot from the expertise and the advice that we were able to give them.
Go to smallbusinessrevolution.org to nominate your favorite small town for an investment worth $500,000.
They were known for working 9 to 5, and now Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda are fighting to help the working class by increasing minimum wage to $12 an hour. Jason Rasudlo caught up with the stars of the Netflix series Grace and Frankie in Detroit.
Detroit's own Lily Tomlin and fellow actress Jane Fonda are here at Wayne State University fighting to increase Michigan's minimum wage up to $12 per hour. On Thursday afternoon, the stars from the 1980 film 9 to 5 and the new Netflix series Grace and Frankie spoke before a crowd of 150 inside the General Lectures building.
And I'd like to see that happen for everybody, to get a living wage And we were at another event and everyone was talking about it. They said living wage so easily, like it was just part of their vocabulary, and how they were working to create that for the workers in their restaurants, and paid sick days and pension plans. It was a unique and special thing, and it was very moving. And so that's why we're here.
So we are here because we care about workers, and especially, you have to understand, this is not just an economic issue, this is a gender issue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because in Detroit, 80% of restaurant workers are women. Michigan is the home birthplace of the labor movement, the American labor movement. It's a place where the largest Black majority city in the whole country, the largest Arab Muslim population in the whole country. So, there are a lot of things that at a time of severe income inequality, it's very easy for a demagogue to come along, a tyrant, and all the other names, and say, you're having job insecurity, it's because of that black guy. You're worried about your job, it's because of that immigrant. Pitting us against each other, men against women, and people of color against white people, and that's what's been happening. And it started before Trump got elected, and believe me, it'll continue after he's gone, which...
All right, so what did you think of her talk today?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old. I grew up watching both Lily Tomlin and Grace Fonda, and a lot of causes they champion. I have a 15-year-old daughter. They're an inspiration to be women in their 70s who are still traveling around the country, being activists, when they could easily be sitting in Hollywood, in retirement is amazing.
And what do you think about the talk today with the minimum wage?
I thought it was amazing. I think we should definitely raise the minimum wage.
So you know exactly what they're talking about?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Very good. And you think $12 is a good level, or should it be higher?
I think 12 is reasonable. Because you get a lot of kids going to school here that, taking out big student loans to get professional wages.
The Restaurant Opportunity Center, better known as ROC United, is hoping to get the $12 minimum wage increase proposal on the 2018 midterm election ballot. What made you want to come out today?
Well, I came to see Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda and talk about raising the minimum wage, particularly for people in the restaurant industry. I know a lot of friends that have worked in the restaurant industry as waiters and waitresses.
Oh, okay.
So I think, I think it's a good idea. I think they should raise it. I think $12 is a good number.
I would say one of the biggest differences today from when I was a young model was that we didn't have stylists. I mean, of course, when you went to a shoot, there was an editor there or a stylist, and they would dress you. But for your regular, street looks or going to events, you just got your own clothes. Fortunately, you had good connections. And this dress, I was going to the VMAs when I was doing House of Style, and I had seen this on the runway at a Versace show, and I was obsessed with it. So I was like, hey, can I borrow this dress? I think this dress really, people really remembered. It's one of those dresses that made an impression. And of course now, this is one of the dresses Kaya's like, where have you been hiding that? I want that dress.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, just go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.